everyone. Myself, Mrs. Soumya Snigdha Mohapatra from Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Dreams Polytechnic, Cuttack. So, student, today we are going to learn about the topic transaction processing concept. The topic mostly belongs to the subject database management system. So, let's start with this topic. Our topic name is transaction processing concepts. So this is our topic. Here we are going to learn about the basic ideas about transaction and the second one is operations on transaction. Okay, so let's start with the topic. Students, generally in our day-to-day life we used to face with transaction. So where you were doing transaction, suppose you were doing some online buying or selling of any product, there you were doing transaction. When you were going to the bank, what you are doing, you are depositing some money, you are withdrawing some money, there also you are doing some transaction. When you are going to ATM, generally what you used to do, you used to insert the card. After that it used to show you the message, please wait for some time, your transaction is being processed. Then after, once you will get authenticated by the use of the card, then it used to show you, please select some language. Whatever the language you are comfortable with, you will put that language, and after that you have to put the PIN. After you enter the PIN, then you have to enter the amount whatever you want to withdraw. Okay, so after this you will get your money. So here you can observe different operation used to take place. Okay, generally 5 to 6 operation we used to take place when you were inserting the card into the ATM and withdrawing the money. So transaction is what? Transaction means some set of operation which are logically related and they are used to perform some task. So transaction is considered as a single unit of task. Okay, so let's have the definition. Definition of transaction. It is a set of operations which are logically related to do some task. In case of ATM, I have discussed with you the set of operations. So what are the operations? Inserting the card, then entering the PIN, then entering the amount to withdraw the money. Those are the set of the operation. Those operations are done to perform some task. So what is the task? The task is withdrawing money. Yes or no? Withdrawing money. Okay. So this is known as the transaction. Okay. So how this transaction is related with database? In database, when we are doing any change, that is called as your transaction. So in this way, transaction is related to database. Okay. So this can be better understood with the help of one example. So let's have an example. Suppose an employee wants to transfer an amount of rupees 800 from account X to account Y. In this case, what are the operation involved in this transaction that I am going to write over here. Suppose this is account of X, this one is account of Y. Okay, so different operations which are going to take place in this case that I am going to write here. With respect to account X, first of all, what we have to do? We have to open the account of X. Once we will open the account of X, what we will read? We will read the amount which is already there in X account, that is the X existing amount. Let's consider that existing amount as old balance, which is called as X balance. Okay. So once we will read the amount, what is the next? So here you can see the balance of X will be the existing balance, that is the old balance. Okay. Now we are going to transfer the amount of 800 from X to Y. That means from X old balance 800 will be deducted. So the updated amount will be stored in a new variable, that is new balance. Okay. Now what will be the balance of X? X balance will be the new balance. Okay. Now the operation of X is completed. So we will close the account of X. Clear? With this, X has completed its task. Now moving to the Y's account. Similarly, in Y's account also, we will open the account of Y. Okay? Again, Y's amount will get read. So Y's balance will be the existing balance of Y, that is old balance. Okay? Now, whatever the amount got deducted from X account, that will be credited to Y's account. So, old balance plus 800. Okay, this balance will be stored in new balance. Okay. Now, Y balance will be the new balance. Okay. So, with this, Y's task also completed. Now, we will close the account of Y. With this, we have completed the transaction. So student, with this we have completed the basic idea of transaction. Now moving on to the next concept, that is the operations on transaction. Students, generally there are four major operations which are associated with transaction. The first one is the read operation. Second one is the write operation. Third one is commit. And the fourth one is rollback. So these are the four major operations which are associated with transaction. Moving on to the first one, that is the read operation. What do you mean by read operation? Students, reading means reading the data from the database which is stored. Okay, what data has already been stored in the database, we have to read that data and we have to save the data in the local buffer of the main memory. Here we have taken the data as X. This is the value of the data Where is that value got stored? That value got stored in the database. We have to read the value from the database and we have to store it in the local buffer of the main memory. Okay, so let's write reading of X means read the data from database and store it in the local buffer of the main memory. Okay. Students, here you might have a confusion where the story came for the local buffer. Generally, student, we used to store the data in the local buffer. The purpose of using local buffer is for temporary storage. We never used to perform any operation directly on the database because if we do directly on the database, we may lose the actual data because of some hardware or software failure. For that purpose, we used to copy the data which is there in the database into the local buffer. We will do all our operation. When we will get done with all the operation, the final value will get stored in the local buffer. So this is the objective of using local buffer. And in the reading, we used to read the data from the database and store in the local buffer of the main. Now, write operation. Write means what? Writing back the value into the database. Here student, you have to remember reading means just to get access of the data. Reading means just to get access of the data. Writing means you can do some modification with the data, which we can call as change. Okay. So with this we have completed the two operations, that is read and write. Finally moving to the commit operation. Commit. Commit means what? To save the data permanently into the database. Commit means to save the data permanently into the database. Okay. And the fourth operation is our rollback. Rollback means undo the work done. Undo the work done. Okay. So these things, commit and rollback, can be better explained with the help of an example. Let's start the example of a debit transaction. In the debit transaction, what generally happens, we used to face with three different operations. Suppose we have to read the value of X. Next, whatever the amount you want to deduct, that will be deducted. Suppose X will be X minus 500. X equals to X minus 500. And finally, we will write the modified head. So this is our step 1, this is step 2 and this one is step 3. This can be better explained with the help of a tabular format. This can be explained with the help of one tabular format. Let's assume our transaction as T1. This is T1. This is T1's buffer space. This is database. Okay. So, moving on to the first operation, that is read of x. Let's assume the value of x in the database is 4000. Okay. So, now when we are reading the value of x means, now the value of x will be 4000. Okay, this value where we got? This value got copied from the database. Now the database value is also 4000 and this value get copied into the T1's buffer space. Moving on to the second step. Second step means what? 500 will get deducted from the amount of x. X equals to x minus 500. Now what will be the value in the buffer space? When we are in the step 2, the buffer space value will be 3500. Students, can you say me what will be the value in the database? The database value will be 3500 or 4000? No, it will be remain the 4000 as it was previously. Why? Because till now we have not done any write operation. We just have done only read operation. So no change. Now, moving on to the last step, that is write of x. In the write of x, the buffer value will be 3500 and the database value will be changed to 3500. Okay, with this we have completed the debit transaction. But suppose student, any power failure happens, any hardware or software failure happens. So what the value we will see in the database? Shall we see the value of 3500? No, because the value is still not saved in the database permanently. So to save the value permanently into the database, we have to go with the commit operation. Okay, so this is the objective of using commit operation. Okay, suppose we are in step 2. In this case, suppose any failure happened. Suppose we are in step 2. In this case, suppose any failure happened. So what the value we will see in the database? The database value we will see 4000, which is not generally acceptable by the bank. So in that case, what used to happen? We have to go with the rollback operation. Rollback means we have to again move into the original position and we have to start with the fresh transaction. I hope with this you all are clear about the different operations associated with transaction. So this is our today's session. I hope it's a learning session for you. Thank you.